So, hello everyone. I thought I'd do a little vlog because we're in the season of, like, you know, partying, and in the next week or so, the gym will become the most crowded space in the world for about 5 to 6 weeks, because a lot of people join the gym and are not consistent for more than a month, because consistency is the hardest part, and then they carry on paying their gym membership and don't come back maybe till the next January. But one of my friends at work, bless her, she's already going, oh, you know, I always do dry January. And I know she does. She goes, oh, I'll probably be on the diet Monday. I went, don't diet to start with. I said, seriously, let your body, I said, get used to exercising 3 times a week. Just don't, I said, you know when you eat over. Eat 3 meals a day, and if you had the off snack, fine, but eat around 2,000 calories a day, because she's probably eating 2,600 at the moment. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'm just giving a ballpark expression. I said, so just don't eat the 4 packets of crisps at night when you're watching the telly and the chocolate bar that you had extra and the 4 cans of beer. Cut that out. Just have 3 meals a day. And concentrate on going to the gym 3 times a week, every week, without fail. And after a month, then maybe reduce your food intake a little bit if it's not as quick, or leaving you as... Everyone has different metabolisms and everyone has different lifestyles, and you know, we're the people I work with, we're all quite active because we have active jobs. So it's always quite easy to burn it. Like here, look, I've got a stout. This is actually a peanut and butter flavoured stout. It's about 250 calories. Tastes absolutely stunning. My dinner tonight is 803 calories. Today, my food target was 2,110 and 651 calories for exercise, because I went to the gym this morning. There's no way I burnt 650 calories at the gym. No way on earth, right? I've eaten 2,899 calories today. So I'm 138 calories over, okay? Yesterday, I was 24 under. Day before, I was 149 over. Day before, I was 387 under. Day before, I was 1,017 under. Day before, I was 1,414 under. And that was Christmas Day. And I only put in basically my breakfast. I didn't put my dinner. And all I did at Christmas Day is I literally had a breakfast. And then I had dinner. I had probably about a packet of licorice, all sorts. I shouldn't really eat them. I think the ones I was eating were actually vegan. A handful of dark chocolatey bits. And I might have had afters. I think I did add some kind of meringue, because I do eat the occasional egg, especially at Christmas. And that was it. I didn't really go excessive. I think I had 2 Jack Daniels and a beer. And the night before I had a couple of beers. So I haven't gone over the toply excessive over Christmas. So what I've done is a few days before, like, so the 24th, I ate 496 under. 23rd, 883 under. The 22nd, I was 76 over. The 21st, I was 207 over. As you can see, when we got to the 23rd, I started saving. For the next 2 days, I saved 800 calories. No, sorry, 1,500 calories. So I knew I could eat 1,500 calories excess Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I didn't, excuse me. And the 27th, oh my God, why is this being such a dick? 27th, I ate 400 under. 28th, I was over. I'm back to work. And yesterday I was under 24, and today I'm over by 138. So the fact that I've been under in the last 7 days, it means that I won't put on any weight. Right? So I have not, my weight's still exactly the same as it was at the start of the festive season, and it would be exactly the same at the end of the festive season. And, you know, that's not by restricting myself and not enjoying myself. It's just literally by being a little bit more vigilant on the workup. So, like, you know, I can't literally drink, like, this is 5.6% alcohol. If I had 3 of these, I would be quite drunk. Where before I started going to the gym, when my body fat was higher, I could drink 6 of these and I'd be merry, but I wouldn't feel sick. It seems that now, because my body processes stuff in my blood quicker because there's not as much fat, so it gets the glycons into the sacs in your muscles. And I say I was borderline diabetic. I'm going to have to come back to this. My missus is ringing. No, I texted her and said I was home, so I couldn't really ignore her. So I basically can't drink it because it sits in my bloodstream. It makes me feel sick. So in a way, it's a godsend. And I can't eat as much sugar as I used to be able to because I get a sugar rush. I used to go to the toilet all the time through the night, and I was like borderline diabetic. My nan had it, and that's when I was more overweight than I am now and had body fat. And ever since I've dropped the fat, I can eat sugar and I'll process it. I won't feel how I used to feel, and it won't make my urine smell sweet, and I won't feel. You get a horrible taste in your mouth that like you've had too much sugar. If you give me obviously I don't eat them because I'm vegan. But if you give me a Snicker bar or a Mars bar, I couldn't eat it all. If I did, I'd feel sick at the end. Don't know why. I just can't do it anymore. It's almost like my body said. So in the beginning, I didn't change my diet. I didn't change anything. It wasn't until I got serious, intermediate, like 3 years into the gym, you have to start changing a little bit and doing things a little bit more vigorously. Because your body adapts and it gets used to what you're doing. So you have to be a little bit stricter, but not to the point where, I'm not going on a stage and bodybuilding for an Olympic competition. I don't need to get down to 16% body fat. It's not healthy all the time. And that's why people who do it as a sport and as an athlete, it's a different thing. And they try and be as healthy as they can, whether they're enhanced or not. That's a different thing. If you're just literally a person who wants to be a bit more muscular or even just a bit more lean, a bit more in shape, and the diet thing is the thing that does my head in because it's just literally calories in, calories out. If you're overweight, you're eating too many calories. So you either restrict the intake of calories down a bit so you eat less than you burn, or you carry on eating the same and burn it. Now I find it easy to just burn it because the hardest thing about going to the gym is going 2 to 3, 4 times a week. It's the hardest thing. Even now, I've been going 4 years. I woke up this morning at 6:30. I was like, oh, it's raining. Oh, I don't want to walk to the gym in the rain. I laid there in the bed going, my brain's going, no. And my other part of my brain's going, get up. And I have this argument every day. But I have to argue with it because I know that once I've been, I'll feel better. So I argue, get up, go to the loo, have a cup of tea, get myself dressed. And I drove to the gym. Now, my gym's literally a 10-15 minute walk, but it was raining. So I was like, right, I'm not going to have to defrost the car. I'll drive to the gym. So I drove to the gym, got there, had a really good workout, was there for 2 hours, come home, it's peeing it down with rain when I come back, so glad of the car. Got back, carried on with my day. Now I know that I've been to the gym, I've done a workout, I can feel it in my body, and it makes you feel up about yourself. I now know I can eat 500 more calories if I want to. But in the beginning, if this was a new thing for me, and I went to the gym, I shouldn't eat 500 more calories. Like, I know that on a gym day, I can eat 500 more calories a day. And I do, right? But that's because I'm advanced. If you're a beginner, don't eat 500 more calories a day. Just eat what you've been eating, and you'll see your body respond to it. Because if you've put on weight, and then you stop putting on weight, but you're still overweight, and you go, right, I'm still overweight, but I'm not putting on weight. I've maintained where I am now for the last 3 months. I just want to lose weight. Just work out. You don't need to stop eating. You just literally need to work out calories in, calories out. But I emphasise this over and over again. If you're new to working out and you're new to dieting, don't diet straight away. Work out 3 times a week. Get used to doing that. After 2 or 3 months, then, if you need to, restrict your diet and get a bit more anal about what you're eating. Give yourself a break. Get used to doing the routine. Because the routine of going every fucking day is the hardest bit. It's the hardest bit. I used to work out at home, and I was one of those bedroom lifters that I'd work out 3 times a week for 2 months, and then all of a sudden I wouldn't work out for a month. And then you'd work out again for 2 months. Then you wouldn't work out for a month. And don't get me wrong, I've got a bit of muscle, but it weren't anything special. Now, it's completely different. Completely different. You know, people look at me in the gym and know that I work out. I get respect off of other people who compete. And other bodybuilders talk to me about the gym. Because they can obviously see that I lift. You know, I've got really good triceps, right? Just have. And I've got quite big shoulders when they're you know. But my triceps have always been really good. Men hate it, and women. They end up training their triceps around me. It's really funny. You know, you notice these things. You know, and I can do a pull-up and a chin-up and I do pull-ups and chin-ups in the gym. And the moment I do pull-ups and chin-ups, like today, I was doing stomach crunches on a cable, and I thought, well, in between, I'll do some neutral pull-ups because I might as well. It's a different muscle. Let that one rest, and then. So I was doing pull-ups, and I turned around, and some man was looking at me, and he's like, gets up on the pull-up bar, starts doing pull-ups, and I'm like, what? Have you got to prove to me? I'm a fucking bird. Why are you? Oh, I can do a pull-up. It's like his masculinity was dented. You know, we've got a 3-day pass at our gym at the moment, and people are coming in on a 3-day pass, and this man, he walks in, he's like this. And don't get me wrong, the guy had big shoulders, and he obviously, you know, lifts weights occasionally, but had never been to our gym because he didn't know where the equipment was. He was with his girlfriend. But it was the ego. It was just like, it was like pressing like this. Like, why are you pressing like that? Just lower the weight, mate. Just get a lower weight and do it properly. That's the other thing. You know, when I first started the gym, I probably lifted heavier than I should have done because, you know, you're like, it's just a natural instinct. But when you realise that in actual fact, it's not about how much you lift. It's about how you lift it and your form. That's how you get where you get. You know, people are envious of where I am. You know, I piss people off. You have that crossover. In the beginning, when you first start working out, people are like, oh, you're doing really well. Well done. Then it's like look at her. She's skinny. I ain't got that. It gets like that. People get jealous and envious. And they go, oh, it's all right for you. What do you mean it's fucking all right for me? Do you think this happened just by, like, standing there looking at shit? No, it's called commitment. I wanted it, so I went and got it. It's like with everything. But, as I say, the biggest mistake I see people, especially beginner people who just want to lose a little bit of weight and feel a bit better about themselves, don't go on this fucking diet. You don't restrict your fucking body by 800 calories every day, like that overnight. No. I'll restrict myself by 800 calories and I'll work out and burn 400. That's 1,200 calories you're stopping your body from having every day. You think that you're going to recover okay. You think your muscles are going to be like, oh, it's okay. Okay, I've got a lot of nutrients and a lot of food, a lot of carbohydrates to work with here because you've restricted everything. Why? So, I haven't vlogged for a bit. Don't really know what else to say. I haven't got a massive amount of subscribers yet, obviously, because it's a new channel. So, if there's any more things people want me to talk about or comment, you know, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to think off the top of my head. Is there anything that I can help people with in the sense of just, you know, as someone who's new to the gym, not some professional bodybuilder who's, you know. You don't have to be vegan either. I don't care if you eat meat or not. I'm not like prejudiced about stuff like that. That's entirely personal preference. So, you know, there's this myth that you can be deficient from stuff because you're vegan. Of course you can if you're not careful. I eat a shit ton of veg. My B12, B6 has always been good. I've taken D3 for a long time. I take iron, zinc, folic acid. I've always taken them. I take a K2. I try and eat a salad every day. I eat colours of the rainbow. Admittedly, I've been a little bit lax this last year with a bit of processed vegan shit because a lot of it's come out and you just try it. But this next year, I'm going to go real everything as fresh as I can. Not many cheat days, in the sense of maybe have a processed cheat day once at the weekend because it's not very good for your body's makeup. You know, you feel better when you eat food fresh, and unfortunately it's really difficult to always cook your food fresh. You know, my porridge I cook every day, that's as fresh as fuck. The only thing that's crap about it is obviously I put protein powder in it, which is the only substitute I really want to take. And then at lunchtime, you know, I eat the odd bagel, but I want to go back to a quinoa salad like I used to have with avocado and, you know, use beans for protein, etc., and peas and stuff like that. And then in the evening, literally 3 different things for a meal. And, you know, I don't have to have afters, I don't have to have sweet things all the time. And the occasional beer at the weekend, I like a Guinness. Other than that, you know, I'm not overly bothered about eating a shit ton of food. And you get to that point, you do. When you see progress on your physique, and you realise that, hold on, by restricting that and not doing that, I've actually got here, you end up disciplining yourself. It's about discipline. But the hardest thing for me, and I will say it over and over again, consistency. Consistency. Until you can consistently go to the gym 3 times a week without not going, don't try changing anything else. Peace, love and light.